Hi, Rockstar readers. It's Miss Henderson. I'm sorry you can't see my face this morning. Our silly camera is not working. But, boys and girls, today I want to tell you a little story. So, I have a friend that has a habit of finishing my ideas for me. She jumps in when I am talking and says the word I'm thinking even before it comes out of my mouth. Think about that. Today, I thought you could all act like my friend. I'm going to make up a story. Listen carefully. Think about what word might come next. Are you ready? It was a beautiful, sunny, hot day. I wanted to cool off. I decided to go to the fill in the word. The beach. You got it, my friends. Let's keep going. I grabbed my bag and started packing all the things I needed. I packed my swimsuit and my sunscreen and my what to lay on. Think about what would make sense. Did you say towel? Kiss your brains. I couldn't wait until I got to the beach. As soon as I got there, I flipped off my sandals and jumped in the water and started to. Your turn. Fill in my sentence. I started to swim. You got it, my friends. So that was great. Did you notice how every time I stopped for a word, you had an idea for me? That's because you listened carefully and you knew that certain words sounded right in certain places. Readers can do the same thing in their books when they get to tricky words. So today, boys and girls, I want to teach you another tool that you can put in your toolbox that readers use to get their jobs done. So just like we just did, they listen carefully as they read to think about what might come next. They think what word would sound right here and what kind of word would fit here. So here it says right here, think what kind of word would fit. And you're thinking about if it makes sense. So we're going to use that new tool, boys and girls, that we just learned, which is thinking about what would make sense and what would fit there, as we go back to our Zelda and Ivy story. So let's pop back. I know we read these pages before, but let's just pop back to think about what was happening in our story. We had Zelda and we had Ivy, and they left their house. Think about, where did they go? Yes, they went out back. And they went out back because they didn't want what? Any more cucumber sandwiches. So boys and girls, when we get stuck on a word, let's think about what would fit there. All right, here we go. Zelda and Ivy played 14 hands of Go Fish. Still, their parents did not come looking for them. I wish we had cookies, said Ivy. Be tough, said Zelda. We may have to sleep here tonight. The Fox sisters put on their PJs and waited for dark. To pass the time, they decorated the edge of the... boys and girls, let's keep reading, but we skipped this word and we're going to think what would make sense, what would fit there. They decorated the blank with Pussy Willow Puffs. What would they have decorated? Well, let's look and see. We can move it out of the way. Let me try one more time. Oh, I see the blend bowl. Would blanket fit there? It sure would. Let's go back and reread. To pass the time, they decorated the edge of the blanket with Pussy Willow Puffs. Nice job, readers. Let's keep going. They figured out their names backwards. Aldez and Ivy. They wrote a 2-chapter book about a worm named Philip. When they finished, they could hear their parents talking and laughing in the kitchen. We should have left a... Oh, we got stuck on a word again. We're going to think. What would make sense? What would fit there, boys and girls? They should have left a... Would they have left a carrot for their parents? No. Would they have left a book for their parents to let them know? No. Well, let's move it over a little. Oh, a note. Would that fit there, boys and girls? Does that make sense? We should have left a note, said Ivy. It does make sense. So, readers, your toolboxes are filling up. You've got tools that you have been using for a long time and tools you're just starting to use. Let's remind ourselves of all the things we can do when the job gets tough. Remember, look here. We have all of these habits that we've been learning in first grade. We can check the picture. We can look at all the parts of the word and then crash those parts together. We can try it 2 ways, which means we can think about the vowels and how vowels say 2 different sounds. We can do a slow check. And we can say the word the best that we can and think about what it means. Well, today, boys and girls, when you're reading, you need to make sure that you're listening carefully to your reading. And when you get to a tricky word, you can think about what kind of word would fit there. All right, your job is to go on Epic or Raz Kids for 15 minutes and make sure you're using all of these awesome tools. Have so much fun reading, boys and girls.